Today we're just gonna stare at this for 8 hours. Or we can achieve your lifelong dream of becoming the greatest pogo jumper in the world. Naturally, the way we get stronger is by jumping. The more we jump, the more power we get. And luckily for us, there's not a lot of competition here today. We're completely useless if we're faced with any resistance at all. This wooden torture device is known as the training pogo stick. It's the one I use to get stronger. I do have a regular pogo stick. I don't jump as high with it. I'm not entirely sure the point of it yet. Luckily, as I run around collecting coins, we can get better and better pogo sticks. We're just gonna need 1.1 billion coins to get there. So I feel like my auto clicker's gonna have a rough day. But with all the jumping power we have now, look how high we go with the pogo stick. We got so much power we can actually climb the trees. This is too much power for one man. Let's get more. I finally have a friend, Marcel, with 4 million jumping power.
I wonder if he'll let me borrow some of his.
I'm pretty sure the coins regenerate fast enough. I don't need to chase them down. I can just sit here and jump. That coin will regenerate in no time at all. We just earned our $200, so we're pretty much rich. Our power is already getting up there, but we can definitely afford a better power. We're gonna go with Funzo for $200. It looks like one of those toys my parents bought me when I was little. They pretty much broke after a single use. I take that back. It looks really cool. All right, jumping up. Now we go that high. Oh, there's actually things in the center. I didn't notice that the whole time. So we actually get coin value plus 100. As soon as we can reach it. We're not quite there yet, and there's big circles. I'm gonna jump this idiot straight into the sun. But for now, I'm gonna leave him here jumping up and down on this single coin. It's the punishment he gets. Given that my legs now get 3 power per jump, I can bounce a lot higher with my pogo stick. We definitely touched that thing. I guess our goal today is simply to touch things in the sky. We bonk our head on them, we get rich. And it looks like we unlocked the next coin at 1000 jumping power. It's so easy to read when I have to look up through my person. But we need to abandon our beloved Funzo for bronze. This is going to give us plus 8 jump power. So every time we do one of these, plus 8. So we're going to be at jump power 1000 in no time at all. He's got such incredible technique, he doesn't even move to make the pogo stick work. It literally does all the work for him. 857 power, it looks like this. We definitely smashed into the roof of the coin here. And I keep forgetting how much money we make for hitting that thing. While we do make money for hitting this thing, we don't actually get ourselves stronger. The only thing that makes me stronger is doing my homework and eating my vegetables. Next, we're gonna buy natural for 2,500 coins. But we now get 14 jump power per jump. And that means we're very much going to hit 1000 in a second and unlock the next coin to smash our head into. And there it is. So we should be able to jump right through this one. If we equip our piece of celery, we should jump right through that and bonk our head on the next one for 250 plus 100. $350 per jump. I didn't realize how far you could zoom out in this. So we can jump all the way up to there. Our little ant is a very good jumper. So we're just going to broccoli jump our way up to like $10,000 and see if we can afford the next pogo stick. I just don't have time to wait. I'm a very busy person. So next we have Happy, which looks like another cheap children's toy. So I'll take it and break it. But now I get 25 power per jump. So our jumping power is going to go bananas very quickly. And to break through the next coin, we need 3000 jump power, but we'll actually do that quite quickly. Maybe 25 at a time isn't quick enough though. I think actually if I smash my head into this, it's going to be quicker to save up the money we need for the next pogo. Considering we're getting 450 per jump and I think we need 15,000, that's not very many jumps. Yeah, that took about 30 seconds, so I don't regret that one little bit. We're going to train our... Why is that guy riding a tripod? There's a naked man on a tripod over there. Well, he's out there living his best life. Who are we to judge? So the sponge, which is a terrible name for a pogo stick, but it's gonna give us 50 jump power. And that's literally double what the last one did. So we're getting our jump power twice as quick. This is actually going up stupidly quick at this point. There's 2.7, 2.76, 2.8. We're almost at 3. We're gonna go 10% over just to flex on this game. That's really just me conceding that I have way too much time on my hands, but we're gonna bonk that thing now. Every jump we go from $2,200 to $3,400. So we're getting about $1,200 per jump. So we're definitely gonna jump our way to a fortune and buy a better pogo stick. This one kind of looks like someone forced a cheetah into a tube. I was actually enjoying this so much that I didn't even realize we'd already hit $36,000. Enough to buy Darude, 80 jump power. It's a little bit hard to see when we can hit our next thing, but we'll just assume it's a lot of power. It's the strangest thing, but I'm actually really enjoying this. We're up to almost 10,000 jump power and I just don't want to stop. But we'll find out if that's enough to hit the next layer, and I think it is. We might have smashed through a few. We're at $4,300, we do one jump, we end up at almost 7,300, so we're getting almost 3,000 per jump. There's currently 3 people in the game, one of which is myself, but one of them actually recognized me, so a big shout out to Ash. I dedicate this next pogo stick to you. Pipe stick? That's not even a real thing, but it's gonna give me 140 jump power. So 10 jumps is gonna give me well over 1000 jumping power, so that feels pretty good. 30 seconds later, we have 50% more jumping power, so let's see what that feels like if we jump. Yeah, we're going places. Eventually I'll be so strong that as I lift off, I'll split the earth in half below me. 30,000 jumping power. Can we go through another coin now? I think we just did 4,000 for just that single one. So we can go from about 30,000 to 38,000. Like any professional POGO sticker, you get about $8,000 per jump. $150,000 had better buy me a very nice stick. It actually costs $160,000, which is like 1.2 jumps later. It's just called balls. But now we're getting 250 jump power, so 4 jumps is 1,000. Great news, you can actually hold down click instead of having to repeatedly press it. I'm a little disappointed in myself. It took me until 43,000 jump power to see what happened when I jumped in the water. 50,000 jump power on something out of a carnival, go. How high are we gonna go? Way up there. We still got 4,000 for the top one, so I don't know if we're hitting a new height yet. But what we need is $380,000 for the next pogo stick, so all we gotta do is jump a few times and we'll get there. I think if I'm reading that correctly on the green one, it says 60,000 jump power needed to break through, so I might actually push through to that, though it's a little hard to see. So I'm just literally gonna jump 40 times and gain 10,000 power. Okay, we're at 60,000 jump power, $182,000, so if we go over 190, yeah, we definitely hit a new thing. We're getting 18,000 per jump, and it was super easy therefore to make $350,000. Which is 30,000 shy of what we need for super. I just realized that I'm making money right now because my pogo stick is out, so every time I click, I'm jumping into the sky, so I can sit here and shop and make money at the same time. But I'm also now getting 500 power per jump. 500. So I'm literally gonna go stretch my legs and have some water and let him do all the work. 100,000 jumping power. We are absolutely going to the moon today, and I think this should help me break through a new barrier. Yep, we hit something white. The real challenge in this game is trying to read what's happening as you're flying through the air. I think I saw 16,000 coins for touching that top one. If we zoom out, we can get some references to how high we're actually jumping. So we're this little dot and we launch way into the air. We've got some pretty strong legs by now. And we're getting about $40,000 per jump, so we're probably just gonna burn straight through to $1 million. One tap of the white thing later, $1 million, which is more than enough to buy candy. And now we get 800 power per jump, so almost 1,000 power every time we jump. Plus it just looks good. In other news, we're gonna launch this mysterious thing straight to the moon. 350,000 jumping power, which pushes us all the way to purple. I don't know what I did, but I really broke the game somehow. Nothing is working. Okay, we're back. The game still doesn't feel entirely right, but it's gonna be okay. We'll get through this together. What I really want is citrus for 1.5 million, so we've got some jumping to do. Luckily, we're getting about 70,000 per jump, so it's gonna take us like 10 jumps to get the money we need. The annoying part now is waiting, because we jump into the air, it actually takes a long time to do a single jump. 3.5 jumps later, we have the money we need. Citrus will give us 15, Okay, so I guess that'll be quicker for getting to 800,000 jump power. And we're at about that point where we need to buy some extra boosters to help us along. Though I'm not really sure they're working, I might be misunderstanding them. Whatever the case, we're gonna keep jumping until we get to where we're going. I seem to have gotten myself stuck in the ground, but I also found a cool green box under the map. Is 920,000 enough to hit the next thing? Not quite. We gotta get to that one. I guess there is a way to make this easier, although it's not super cheap. 100,000 jumping power is 6,000 Robux. For that, we're honestly better off just jumping. 100,000 is gonna take me like 10 seconds. Jumping power is almost 1.1 million. That should hopefully be enough to touch the next thing and get us richer than ever before. And we're still falling short. It's really hard to touch that one. Luckily, we have the most valuable power of all. Too much time on our hands, so I'm gonna sit here and jump for a while and we're gonna come back and jump straight through that moon. We jumped away up to 1.66 million, that's gotta be enough to touch the roof. Can we make it? Not quite. You need 1.7 million to touch that one, we're very close. I decided to save up the 4.25 million I needed for the Choco. Not only does it look good, but it gives me about double the jumping experience. So now as I set him down to train, we're getting almost 3,000 per little hop. I just made this super fun discovery where now that I've restarted my game once, I get the bonuses that I paid for like an hour ago. So now I get double experience from jumping and I'm pretty sure I get double money from jumping into the sky. I still not sure what to make of that one though. I'm supposed to have 1.7 million, I've got 2.6 and still can't seem to get there. I decided to prestige and grind it all the way back to where we were basically. I'm currently getting 5,500 experience per jump. But even with 1.8 million jumping power, I cannot touch that one that you're supposed to have 1.7 million for. So all I can do for now is keep jumping myself into the sky, hoping to one day somehow reach that. After doing a little bouncing, I've saved up $31 million, which allows us to buy a diamond pogo stick. This costs 15 million, but it gets 8,500 jump power. So with our bonus, we're getting 17,000 per jump. So I'm gonna let him do this for an power and see what that lands us. We moved up to a cool 5 million jumping power. So you think that would be enough to jump through the one where we need 1.7 million, where you have 3 times the amount and we somehow still can't do it. I could definitely rebirth, I only need 500,000 to do it, we have 10 times the amount. Oh, and because I did it as I was following, I got money for that, so I get to start with 240 grand. That's going to give us advantage because even to start, we're getting 22 per jump. So if I spend $160,000 on balls right away, I get 520 per jump, so I can leave him right here for a few minutes and we'll get tons of experience. Several hours later, we have 2.24 million jumping power. So that should probably get us pretty high and also make us some money. We still can't hit the 1.7 million despite the fact that we're 500,000 over that number. So I guess we'll just sit back and relax and make some money for now. We're currently getting about $700,000 per jump, so that's pretty good money. $50 million later and I'm a potato stuck in the ground. But I can at least hobble my way over and buy love for 50 million coins. Now every time I jump, I get 34,000 experience. Plus, it just feels right to use this one. We're definitely able to jump pretty high in the air. Unfortunately, I still can't break that next barrier and I don't know why. So I'm going to spend the next 40 years doing exactly this, and eventually we'll break through it.